There is a mistake many make, thinking silence is peace. But true silence is a test, a battlefield with no sound, no audience, no applause. Just you, and what remains when the noise fades. In silence, your masks fall, your fears rise, your truth screams. And if you are not strong enough to face it, the silence will consume you. That is why the storm must awaken. Part 1. Silence is not stillness, it's a mirror. They say to seek peace, but they do not warn you what peace contains. It is in silence that you meet the parts of yourself you've hidden. The guilt, the rage, the weakness, the memories you've silenced louder than your words. And suddenly, the quiet isn't gentle. It becomes interrogation. Most escape it, through noise, through distraction, through people. But the one who endures it must become something else, not passive, not soft, but storm. Part 2. The Storm Within. You must become the very thing that can survive the silence, a force too strong to be eroded. Because silence doesn't care if you're nice. It doesn't reward politeness. It doesn't care for comfort. It will confront you with your deepest doubts and ask if you still believe in yourself. And in that moment, your only weapon is the storm you forged inside. Your own chaos, focused. Your own pain, mastered. Your own fury, disciplined. You don't escape the silence. You rise within it, unmoved, unyielding, untouchable. Part 3. The Quiet That Breaks the Weak. I've watched many fall, not in war, but in stillness. When there was nothing left to fight but themselves, they crumbled, because they spent their lives depending on validation, depending on distraction, depending on others to define them. But silence does not define you. It exposes who you already are. And if you are not the storm, you will be swept away by the wind. You must become the chaos that brings clarity, the force that bends but never breaks, the mind that is loud, even when no word is spoken. Part 4. Controlled Chaos, the Weapon of the Aware. There is beauty in becoming a storm, not because it destroys, but because it cleanses. You do not rage wildly, you do not lash out. You sharpen your storm, you wield your intensity with precision. The storm within is not for them, it is for you. To survive the hours no one sees, to carry the pain no one understands, to protect a truth too heavy for the world to hold. And in that mastery, you evolve. You become something they cannot label, something too vast to be controlled. Part 5. The Eye of the Storm, the calm you become. They don't understand. The one who became the storm is now the calm. The eye of the storm is still, because it has nothing left to prove. You've seen the worst of yourself, felt the weight of your own mind, battled your own shadows, and won. Now your silence is not weakness, it is warning. A stillness that carries power, a calm that shakes the unprepared, A quiet that says, I could destroy everything, but I choose not to. Part 6. Silence reveals what noise conceals. Most people fear silence because it strips away their distractions. When the noise dies down, so does the performance. You're left with nothing but yourself, your thoughts, your guilt, your truth. In silence, there's no audience to impress, no crowd to echo your beliefs, just you and what you've been running from. This is why you must become the storm, not to destroy, but to withstand what silence uncovers, to remain still while your past surfaces, to remain strong while your doubts scream, to remain grounded when the wind pulls at your soul. Most collapse beneath the weight of silence, but the one who's become the storm does not flinch. Part 7. The storm doesn't break, it cleanses. The storm inside you, if forged properly, doesn't tear you apart. It purifies you. It burns away the parts of you that were built on fear. It drowns the noise you once relied on. It leaves behind something rare, clarity, a silence that no longer screams, but listens. You no longer panic when it gets quiet, because the storm already trained you for stillness. You no longer react to every pull of emotion, because you've already stood in the center of chaos and did not move. The storm was never your enemy. It was your trial. And now, you don't just endure the silence, you command it. Final entry, the one who survives the silence. You must become the storm, not to ruin the world, but to survive it. Because when all is stripped away, when you are left with only your breath and your mind, you'll see, the world won't save you. Your friends may not understand you. Your enemies may cheer your downfall, but the storm inside is yours alone. And when you've tamed it, you become untouchable. So if you find yourself alone, in the silence that once scared you, smile. You've become what they feared, what they couldn't be, what the world cannot break. You've become the storm, and the storm bows to no one. Now you know, a truth not meant for all, but for those who can carry its weight. I do not ask for agreement or understanding, only awareness. The world will keep spinning, the masks will remain, but you have seen what lies beneath them. Return to the silence when you are ready. I will be here, beneath the rain, watching, waiting, until the next shadow reveals itself.